Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Girl, sit down. Do not get up until you've heard this because I am literally about to lose my absolute mind. You know my boyfriend is practically the only good thing in my life. Well, his mother is single-handedly trying to dismantle my sanity. I need you to tell me if I'm the villain because she has me feeling like a heartless monster. To set the scene, I moved in with him to escape my own toxic parents. We're college students, broke, so living in the house he inherited seemed like a lifesaver. With him, it's bliss. He is wonderful, but there is a massive catch. His mother lives there too. She's 60, a widow for 4 years, and I truly have sympathy for her loss. But she acts like an invalid from the Victorian era who needs constant attending. She refused grief counseling, refused therapy, refused to learn how to exist without her husband. So instead of processing her grief, she has decided to dump every ounce of her emotional baggage onto her son, my boyfriend. And honestly, the weight of that baggage is about to crush us both. My boyfriend's mother is a black hole of misery that sucks all the light out of the room. She is constantly crying. If we walk into the kitchen, crying. If we watch a movie, crying. Worse, she berates us for not spending enough time with her. We are college students with endless assignments, yet we spend at least 2 hours every single day just sitting with her, listening to her spiral. 2 hours. That is more time than I spend studying some days. Yet she claims we are neglecting her because, apparently, when she was dating in her 30s, she spent all her time with her parents. Girl, that was never normal. We have zero social life. We don't go to bars, we rarely see friends, and date nights are impossible because the guilt trip is instantaneous. The only privacy we get is behind our closed bedroom door. And even then, I feel like she's lurking in the hallway waiting for us to come out so she can start the waterworks again. But the crying isn't even the scary part. It gets so much darker. This is the part that traps us. His mom goes on long, terrifying tangents about how she doesn't want to live anymore. She talks about suicide ideation like she's discussing the weather. It stops us dead in our tracks. How can we leave to grab a coffee when she's sobbing on the couch wishing she could disappear? We can't. So we stay. My boyfriend has never even been to a club or had a sip of alcohol because he's been so tethered to her grief that he hasn't been allowed to be a 20-something. He's tried to get her help. He sat her down gently and suggested a professional. And every time she flips the script, she says, "I don't need a doctor. The only problem is you. If you and your girlfriend spent more time with me, I wouldn't be sad." Can you imagine telling your son that his existence is the only thing keeping you alive? It is emotional blackmail of the highest order, and it's destroying us. I feel like a monster for wanting to be alone with my boyfriend. I feel guilty for wanting to breathe air she hasn't exhaled. My poor boyfriend is miserable, stuck in a war zone, terrified that if he sets a boundary, she might actually hurt herself. Yesterday, we mentioned going to the library, just to study, and she gave us the silent treatment for 4 hours because we were abandoning her in her time of need. Her time of need has lasted 4 years. When does it end? We are suffocating. We are waiting for permission to live our lives that she will never give. The house is in his name, but we can't kick her out because she's his suicidal mother, and we can't afford to move out. We are completely stuck in this house of grief and guilt. Am I crazy for thinking this is insane? Is it cold to want to go out on a Friday without feeling like I'm abandoning a child? I need to know I'm not a bad person for wanting a life of my own.